everybody. Greetings and salutations.
You took your sweet time.
I've got backer kit to promote. I got a book I'm trying to crowdfund for. All right. So, before Momo, you okay, bud? Okay. All right. Good.
Just a preview of her upcoming single.
Yeah, hot signal. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a shout out to Momo at the end of the session today, so she can let you know.
Dog, catch these paws!
Jesus.
Woo!
I've been listening to Insanity for the last 30 minutes.
Well, you're about to get some more insanity, brother. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not any better. Hey, so before we get started, I think I need a recap from the wonderful Naomi.
Yeah, you got it. It's not a full page long this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Last session started off with our party walking the path to the Astral Temple, preparing to enter the tear. Marius had the token we needed to pass the Watchers, and a lichen named Fran, although Flan would be a tastier name, told us that we'd need to enter the tear.
The fuck?
Told us what we'd need to enter the tear. Some miscellaneous rituals to help attune to the astral energy and whatnot. We had a little chat with the Watchers, who also didn't remember the woman who had recently been through the tear and were slowly wasting away as the astral energy accumulated in their bodies. We gave the two of them some cakes and proceeded into the Western Hall, where we were greeted with two astral haunts forming from the energy around the ceiling. After a rather tense fight where the ghosts took half damage from every one of our attacks and slowed Marius and exploded in our faces, we headed for the supply of crystals needed to augment our equipment. As soon as Gareth swung his fist at one of the many crystals on the walls, a crystal golem named Zigzarixus emerged, surrounded by two more astral haunts. After a round of slam jamming and taking out the little ghosties, Zigzarixus went inactive. And another crystalline beast named Yggdrasil emerged from the other wall with another haunt.
You actually got those pronunciations really good.
Yeah! The creatures put up a strong fight, taking turns doing huge damage to us, and even Cheats got momentarily slowed, which shook her to her very core. The creatures put up a strong fight, taking turns doing huge... Oh, I already said that. Vanya did massive damage, Marius took massive damage, and Gareth and Vazika smacked away. And then we killed him! Boom! Bada bing! Bam! Ba-boomba! Bada-bada!
Ba-boomba! Ba-boomba!
And that was where we ended.
Woo! All right. So before we get started, I want to let everyone know that we have moved over to D&D 2024. We got a bunch of new class fixes and changes, a bunch of new abilities that have been formed. And I want to, before we get started today, kind of do a brief touch up on what you guys can do. Of course, you're free to read your abilities in your own time. And if you have any questions about a specific ability during the game, you're more than welcome to ask me. Excuse me. So before we get started on that end, I want everyone to roll a d20 for me, please.
I'm rolling.
They see me rolling. D20s.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. I'm really glad we're starting with Marius. Marius, your class is still a 2014 class. No changes have been made to artificers at this time.
What?
Yeah, man. I just thought it'd be really neat. So, yeah.
Why not even roll?
Yeah, it's good. Well, you had some spell changes. Some key areas. Inflict wounds now only deals 2d10 points of damage to 3d10. And now requires a con save instead of just making an attack roll. Your cure wounds now heals for 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier instead of 1d8. And when you use higher level spells, that increases by 2d8. What else? What were some of the other big changes? I mean, everything else was kind of the same. Guidance, you now have to pick a skill that you can use your guidance on, but now you can continuously get 1d4 added to that skill check for the next minute, as long as it's that skill that you're specifically focused on. And enhanced ability just is now choose an ability score. You have advantage on that for the duration. What else was oh yeah, mirror image was a big change. Instead of the whole roll a 1d20, now you roll a d6 on all of your illusions. And if an illusion rolls 3 or higher, you can redirect the attack roll over to that target. It also specifies the illusions can't be destroyed other than that. So you can't, if you get hit with a fireball, it doesn't destroy all your illusions. So nothing to worry about there. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far. I mean, everything else is just like little shit here and there, but like that's pretty much the big changes that took place with your spells. But other than that, everything else is the same. Thanks for that. Any questions, Crown?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Oh boy, Vazika, where to even begin with you?
I'm so excited!
They said monks. Apparently, Wizards of the Coast said monks suck. So you got everything. Fucking got buffed. Your martial arts damage is increased by a die size. So you were a D6 before. Now you're a D8. You can go all the way up to D12. Let me thunk on this. Let me look down at your features. You now have an ability called Uncanny Metabolism, where when you roll initiative, you can choose to regain all of your focus points back, and then roll a martial arts die to heal yourself. You can do that once per long rest. You now at level 10 got improved Flurry of Blows, which means now you can make 3 unarmed strikes as a bonus action with Flurry of Blows instead of 2. Deflect missiles have just become deflect attacks. You just deflect. If someone punches you, you put everything. Well, it has to be a source from bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. So whether it's range or melee, you can spend your reaction to do that, reducing by 1d10 plus 4 plus 10. If you reduce the damage completely, you then can expend a focus point. Oh, your key points were renamed to focus points. You can spend a focus point to force someone to make, I think, a dexterity saving throw. Yes, versus your normal DC. And if they fail, they take 2 of your martial arts dice in damage. And it's the same as the weapon that you use, so it's very fucking good. Patient defense, you don't have to spend a focus point on it anymore. It just gives you the disengage as a bonus action, so you can disengage for free. But if you do spend a focus point, you can now disengage and dodge using patient defense. In addition, because level 10, that leveled up even further, where now when you use patient defense to spend a focus point, you gain temporary hit points equal to 2 rolls your martial arts die. Step of the Wind also received the same treatment. As a bonus action, you can take the dash action without spending any points. But if you do spend a focus point, you then take disengage and dash at the same time. And now, because you're level 10, the added ability is, if someone is within 5 feet of you and they're willing, you can take them with you. And it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for them as well. And they move at the same speed as you. So if you're like, come with me, and then you run 120 feet ahead, they move 120 feet with you. That's, yeah.
Okay, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Slow fall's the same. Stunning Strike now has an on-success effect, which means if they succeed the saving throw with Stunning Strike, shit still happens. The target speed is halved until the start of their next turn, and the next attack roll made against the target now has advantage. You now have an ability called Self-Restoration instead of the passives that made you immune to shit. You can use an action. Oh, not an action. I'm sorry. Let me rename this. This is at the end of your turn. Give me 1 second. At the end of your turn, you can end 1 effect on yourself. The effect is either frightened, charmed, or poison. And then in addition, if you forego food and drink, you don't gain levels of exhaustion. Pretty fucking cool. I think
Zika would never.
Key Empowered Strikes has now been replaced with Empowered Strikes. So one key thing in D&D 2024, I think they're trying to get away from the resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and damage. I think everything just, will just have resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and damage now. If it was a magic resistance, but now you now have empowered strikes, which allows you to, instead of dealing your weapon's damage type, you can just deal force damage, which is also really fucking cool. You have now something called acrobatic movement while you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield. It's that addition right there. You can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move. And that's it. You had the most updates out of all of the classes. So
It's amazing.
congratulations on that. Next up is Gareth.
Yeah.
All right, Gareth. You now have more uses of second wind. So instead of doing it once, you can now do it 4 times, which is very pog. And then you regain 1 use of a second wind when you take a short rest, and regain all of your uses on a long rest. And the reason why they did that, they've given you 2 new abilities. You can use your second wind to instead do Tactical Mind, which allows you to, when you fail an ability check, you can go, I'm gonna add 1d10 to this roll by using my second wind. If you fail the ability check after the roll, your second wind is not expended. So nice little free thing there. You can also expend your second wind as a bonus action to move up to half your speed without provoking an opportunity of attack. You've got to get the fuck out of there. You can expend your second wind doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You now have access to weapon masteries because you're a fighter. I've given you weapon mastery to, right now, long swords and 2 other weapons of your choice. When you decide on what weapons those are, we can go from there. Your longsword, Demise Rebellion, now has the weapon mastery sap. Whenever you hit a creature with this weapon, that creature now has disadvantage on their next attack roll before the start of your next turn. So you could really cripple them a little bit. So that's pretty.
Is that potentially multiple targets per turn?
Yeah. So if you hit one creature and then go to another creature, and they're both sapped, it's not limited to one. So yeah. So next up is you also can switch your weapon mastery around on your longsword. So if you don't want to sap, you can now push. You hit a creature with this weapon, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away if they're large or smaller. Or you can choose slow. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet. The slow weapon mastery does not stack. So if you got a bunch of people hitting with slow weapons, you don't continuously lower by 10 feet. It's just one thing that you can bestow. Your action surge specifically states now that you can't cast a spell or use a magic action as your bonus as the action granted by action surge. No spell casting with action surge. Your subclass got a change, which I thought was pretty cool. War Bond is still the same. However, now the big change for you is War Magic. So you got extra attacks, right? You can replace one of those attacks with a cantrip cast. So now you could be like, I attack, and then for my extra attack, I cast Shocking Grasp. Like, you have the ability to do that now.
Yeah, cool.
And then finally, you have Eldritch Strike. You learn how to make your weapon strikes undercut a creature's resistance to your spells. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn. So, something to keep in mind. I think that is everything for you. Okay.
Sweet.
Vanya and Cheats, if you guys can roll a d20 again, please. All right, we'll start with Cheats. So, Momo, as I said before, you can pretty much play your class the same way that you want, but now you've got a couple of additional abilities that you might decide to do. So, instead of, so you can sacrifice 1d6 from your sneak attack to transform your sneak attack into a cunning strike. What that means is you're still doing the sneak attack damage, but now you're doing 1 less dice of it. You've got 3 options for this, and you can only choose one of these 3 options at this time. You can trip the target. If it's large or smaller, they have to make a dexterity saving throw, or they're knocked prone. So you can knock someone prone if you want. If you have a poisoner's kit, you can add a toxin to your strike. where the creature has to make a Constitution saving throw. If the creature fails, they are poisoned, and you're still dealing the sneak attack damage, just -1 dice. Or you can withdraw. Immediately after the attack, you move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attack. And that's just a 1d6 sacrifice. Or you can do sneak attack as normal. Nothing's changed on your sneak attack end. You've gained a new bonus action. I don't see you using this bonus action very often because your class is built around moving around a lot. But as a bonus action, you can grant yourself advantage on the next attack roll made during this current turn, assuming that you have not moved and you will not move. So you drop your movement speed to 0, essentially, to do that. Probably not an option that you're going to do. You also gained a weapon mastery. I've given you weapon mastery for whip and daggers. Since you have weapon mastery with 2 weapons, those are the 2 weapons you use, so it worked perfectly. Your whip's weapon mastery is slow. And it's same as before. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can go, I slow this creature, lowering its speed to 10 feet until the start of its next turn. Remember, slows do not stack. And then your dagger, the cheat code, has the weapon mastery Nick. So when you go to make your bonus action attack with it, you do not expend your bonus action to do it now. So you are able to now use your whip, use your dagger, and still have a bonus action remaining. So cool shit there. That, I believe, covers everything because your class, what was your swashbuckler? Yeah, swashbuckler is a 2014 subclass, so nothing's been changed there, which means you get to use all the benefits of it. Nothing's changed at all from there. And that is your changes. And then next up is
Pokey, mate.
Next up is Vanya. Rangers also saw a bit of changes, and also the Gloomstalker saw a bit of changes as well. So your favored environments, favored creatures, blah, 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 that's all been completely tossed out. Favorite enemy is now just a cast of Hunter's Mark. You have Hunter's Mark prepared. You can cast Hunter's Mark. Let me check your spell book really quick. 4 times a day without having to spend a spell slot. That's pretty cool. Hunter's Mark also has not changed. I have added as an IO addition that when you cast Hunter's Mark, you do not need to maintain concentration on this spell, but you can only have 1 Hunter's Mark active at one time. So your favorite enemy allows you to just pluck a Hunter's Mark on someone. You don't have to maintain concentration on it, but you can only have 1 Hunter's Mark active at one time. Deft Explorer gave you 2 new languages. I don't know if you've decided your languages. You're free to think about that. You don't have to pick right now. And gave you expertise to one of your skill proficiencies, which you chose. You now have a new ability called Roving, which just increases your speed by 10. So now you can move at 40 feet. And your climb and swim speeds also equal the same. So now you can swim 40 feet and you can climb 40 feet, which is pretty good. Any other addition that I can see? I can't see on that end. For your subclass, Dread Ambusher has completely changed around now. So Dread Ambusher now gives you 3 abilities. You no longer have the extra attack at the beginning of your combat. However, like I said, Dread Ambusher has granted you 3 different abilities. Ambusher's Leap. At the start of your first turn, you get to move an additional 10 feet. So now, your first turn of combat, you can move up to 50 feet per round, which is pretty cool. Also, you now gain an initiative bonus equal to your wisdom modifier. And now you have an ability called Deadly Strike, which you can use a number of times per day equal to your wisdom modifier. Your wisdom is currently 14, so these are kind of limited right now to your wisdom modifier of being a +2. So something to consider if you want to try and get like a higher wisdom score. When you attack a creature, so Deadly Strike is when you attack a creature and hit with a weapon, you can choose to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage, expending 1 of the 2 uses that you have. You can only use this benefit once per turn, and you can use a number of times per day equal to your wisdom modifier, 2 times for you. and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. I have made an addition. The IO addition to this is if you reduce an enemy's hit points down to 0 that has your hunter's mark, you regain 1 use of your deadly strike. So might be something to consider as far as like, you know, making sure you get the final hit and whatnot. Could be a thing to plan. Okay. As far as your spells are concerned, the big changes is Cure Wounds. Cordon of Arrows now does 2d4 piercing damage instead of 1d6. Rope Trick had a couple of little things here and there, like you can't hide the rope anymore. But other than... big thing is Resistance. So you touch a willing creature and choose a damage type. Acid, Bludgeoning, Cold, Fire, Lightning, Necrotic, Piercing, Poison, Radiant, Slashing, or Thunder. When the creature takes damage of that chosen type before the spell ends, you get to roll 1d4 and reduce that damage. So that is the new Resistance spell. I already talked about Guidance.
How did it work before?
Oh dear. I think you got like resistance to like your next bludgeonings. I don't even remember. No one really used it.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a nice little, it's the one spell that I'm like, interesting. Oh yeah, that's right. So resistance, once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that to one of their saving throws. So now it's just damage reduction, just a flat damage reduction.
Okay.
The last thing I want to let you know is I changed up your Rook's Chargers. So
Yes.
instead of giving you an extra attack, which can cause you to kind of take longer turns than you probably would want to, after you move in one direction for a minimum of 20 feet, the next attack you make deals an additional 2d10 force damage if it hits.
Whoa.
So now it's just bonus damage added onto an attack roll of yours, instead of you having to juggle around a bunch of attacks. I figured that would be better and more succinct and kind of give you the opportunity to deal some extra damage.
Yay.
And that is... Oh yeah, and of course, Cure Wounds. Your Cure Wounds effectively has doubled in strength. So now it heals a lot more than it used to, baby. And that's it. I think some of the bigger takeaways to let you know about, as far as 2024 mechanics, the only one I can think of is, and again, this is another buff for Naomi. So, actually, let me look this up real quick. Apologies. Boop, boop, boop. I say exasperated. I'm so sorry. What was it called? Unarmed Strike? I'm so sorry that you're just the bee's knees, Naomi. I'm so sorry about that. So, grappling and shoving are now part of an unarmed strike. So, as far as everyone else is concerned, it's the same as it's the same to a point. So when you make an unarmed strike, you can choose one of the following. So you can choose to damage a person, which means you just do the attack roll as normal. You could choose to grapple someone. Now when you grapple, grappling is now a saving throw. It is not an athletics or acrobatics check. So when someone attempts to grapple you, the DC is 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus, and then the grappled opponent gets to make a strength or dexterity saving throw to avoid being grappled. You can also shove a target. It's the same as before. For the DC is 8 plus, or it's the same DC as the grapple. And you get to make a strength and dexterity saving throw. If you fail, the target must the target gets pushed back 5 feet. So that's a little thing over there. What that means is characters that can utilize multiple unarmed strikes per round, like the monk that, let's remember, now has an extra attack, so 2 unarmed strikes, can flurry of blows for 3 additional unarmed strikes, You can now replace any of those unarmed strikes with grapples and shoves.
Do they still count as attacks in that case?
You don't make an attack roll. So essentially you go, if you're like, I'm going to deal damage, then you make an attack roll. And then you're like, and then for this attack, I'm going to try and grapple, which means then they just have to make a saving throw. You don't have to actually land the hit.
And did you just say that a bonus action, like without spending key, I get 2 unarmed strikes instead of one?
No. I did not say. I never said that. All right, Rackling, sniffing around a little bit. You're like, neat.
More damage?
What else you got? What else you got for me?
Sorry.
No,
I got
you're
excited.
good. No, you're good. You're good. I'm glad that you're excited. So yes, so you can definitely continue to move around and do all that fun stuff. So, and of course, everyone is still free to grapple. It just you would make an unarmed strike. For example, another example would be for anyone that has extra attack, which I think. Brown, do you have extra attack or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's everyone but Momo. Sorry, Momo. You can effectively make one of your attacks a grapple or a shove now. So you can go, I attack with my sword, and then I try and grapple you. And then, like I said, when you grapple, you don't have to make a check. It's just your strength modifier plus 8 plus your proficiency bonus is the DC. And then whoever you're doing that, they have to make a saving throw. Done. So this also means if any of you have chosen any expertises that was athletics or acrobatics in the hopes to be a really good grappler or avoid yourself out of a grapple, and if that was your sole reason for choosing that expertise, you may want to choose a different skill now. But other than that, that's pretty much it. D&D 2024 introduced a bunch of terms for like things they saw repetition of. For example, you know how with areas of effect we've got lines and radiuses and all that fun stuff. There's now a new area effect called an emanation, which essentially is it originates from you. So if you have an ability that has a 20-foot emanation, that means that area effect is anywhere that's 20 feet from you. So they just added, so it's just a bunch of added new terminologies. The grapple rule changes, I think, is the biggest change above all. Spells being adjusted, classes being adjusted. That's it. That's pretty much it. I have gone over the D&D 2024 changes in a nutshell that revolves around this party. As far as your characters are concerned, you're free to still do everything that you've been doing up to this point. With a couple of minor changes for some of you, like the Ranger and the Monk. All right. Of course, you're free to ask any questions. We're going to go through a little bit of growing pains. But I do think this is an overall positive change for you all, and I think it's something you guys are really going to enjoy. So feel free to ask as many questions as you want. If you have to repeat questions, that's fine. I'm getting old, so I totally forget when I ask questions or when someone tells me something and then I forget. You are, you're free to do as you need.
You're saying a lot of we and you guys and we.
Yeah, man. You got some spell changes, dude. I want to be like,
I hate it here.
Hey, you want to be like, hey, man, I don't know when they're talking about a new artificer in the future. It's probably not going to be next year, but, if we're still playing, then we get to we're going to have a day all about you. We're like, guess what changed for CrownedDM? Guess what changed for Marius? And then we all get to gather around and see what happened with you. It's great. All right. Any questions before we get started? We've got a couple other things to do, a couple little rewarding knickknacks to claim. All right. I will assume that is a no on the questions. So, before we get to looting, because we do have some loot for you guys for defeating this fearsome foe, we're going to start with some respite points. You all will be rewarded for the completion of this boss, 4 respite points. As a friendly reminder, you all instantaneously get the effects of a short rest. You're free to do that now. You can spend hit dice to heal. You are free to do so now. You also get 4 respite points. A respite point can be used to replenish 1 use of a long rest ability. It can also be used to replenish a spell slot. 1 respite per 1 level, so if it's a 2nd level spell slot, you have to spend 2 respite points. You can also use a respite point to replenish 1 of your spent hit dice, if you'd like to go ahead and spend that now. To heal yourself, you can spend 1 respite point to restore 1 of your expended hit dice. You could also use a respite point to restore 1 of your expended Sentinel Flask charges.
I'm so sorry. How many do we have again? How many dice? 4.
Wait, hold on. Let me check. I have to double check. I believe it is 4. I might have said something prematurely. All right, Vazika's character sheet just popped up blank.
Oh. That's
She doesn't
good.
need no abilities.
Yeah, +4. There we go.
Okay.
Are you freaking kidding me? Vazika's
No.
character sheet crashed my foundry.
Wow.
Monk is so powerful.
Unbelievable.
The monk update, ladies and gentlemen.
Nerf
Jesus.
My
monks, dude.
power.
Nerf monks, dude. They're
Yo, I feel like did
Yeah.
I blank out on what changes rogues got?
Rogues can sacrifice some of their sneak attack damage to do new things.
Right.
Yeah. Or they can just do sneak attack as normal. Now, louding. Beep, boop. Beep. Beep, boop.
I feel like Vanya's strength has been sapped by Vazika. She sucked it.
Your strength was only sapped because your weapon
No.
was programmed
Many reasons.
incorrectly.
I got nerfed twice.
You didn't get.
So sad.
You were bugged.
So sad.
You were bugged.
Doesn't matter, okay? Listen.
You were bugged.
Let me complain a little bit.
All right, you can complain if you'd like.
Thank you.
I stole your damage.
Okay.
Okay, you can have it.
Something that
You can have it.
something the YouTube commenters can talk about, and I can get that sweet engagement.
Ooh.
Engagement.
Engagement.
Engagement. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Marius, we'll start with you, buddy.
Howdy.
What would you like to spend your respite points on? First of all, did you take a short rest?
Yeah, I was going to spend basically all of my hit dice.
Do it. Let's start
Boy.
with that. Doing great, bud.
Thank you. Don't patronize me.
Patron, I'm just celebrating your victories. Look at that, 89 out of 100.
And then I'll be spending all of my respite points to restore 2 second level spell slots.
Oh damn! You only spent 1.
No, you said the spell slots were like 1 for 1. So if I needed second level, it would be.
Oh, I apologize.
point.
I thought these little filled-in dots meant you had them, not that you expended them. My apologies. All right, cool, awesome. I've removed. Yeah, you regained those spell slots.
Oh no, the empty circles means that it's gone. So when I put the 2 in to show that I got 2
Oh,
back.
you already did it.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I am
Okay, good. I was like, I
very
didn't move
proactive,
any
and I
phone.
know about my character sheet.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I just got a little confused. It's okay. Vazika, did you take your short rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna use all those to heal up. All 4.
Oh, go spend the hit dice first.
Okay.
Okay. No, what?
I don't have anything else to spend it on.
Oh, okay, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're right. I was like, I can't believe it. All right. Back at it again. Next
At
up.
it again.
Next up, Gareth. Go ahead and take your short rest.
I took my short rest.
Okay.
I can I can use as many hit dice as I want as a heal. Like
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
heal.
And then
next
we'll use your
yeah.
respite points. Yeah. As
Right,
much
let's
as you
see,
want. As much as you want.
Uh-huh. Is it healing? Oh, it is healing me as we go. Okay.
Yep. As much as you want. All right, cool. You got 4 respite points. Let's see what you've got. Your short rest replenished one of your second wins, by the way.
Nice.
You have spent all 3 charges of your Sentinel's Flask, and you now have no hit dice to spend. So what would you like to... I would recommend the hit dice.
Yeah. I've got 2 more second level spell slots. Yeah, let's just do all hit dice.
Okay.
I'll 4 of them. Boom. Done.
Oh, you already did it. Oh, active players. Oh, and you're kinetic John.
Whoa, you're roboting.
No!
Robot.
Wally.
Ali, Eva.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
How about now?
Oh yeah, you good. Wally.
Shut up.
Slightly. Yep. Oh
All
my
right, I
God.
changed the region, so hopefully I'm not a robot
Yeah,
anymore.
there you go.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, thanks, man. I need to hear that.
I'm proud of you.
Oh,
I'm
thank
proud
you.
of you, son.
Stop. Oh my God, my weakness. Pride. Ah!
It should be your strength. You can do this.
Okay, so you got 4 hit dice. Beautiful.
Yes.
Next up, I'll just go cheats. Cheats.
Cheese.
Can I spend my respite points
Yes.
to recover my drugs?
You can.
I would like to do that.
Would you like to spend 3 respite points on doing it? Also take a short rest if you'd be so kind.
Oh my.
Oh my. And if you have nothing else to spend your respite points on, I recommend is three is gonna go into your stim suppressant. You'll have 1 remaining. I recommend during your short rest, spending one of your hit dice and then replenishing it with a respite point.
Replenish.
What does that mean? What do you mean replenish it? What?
Take a short rest,
I did.
spend one of your hit dice to heal yourself. Let me know if you need help. Beautiful. And then spend the remaining respite point on replenishing that spent hit dice.
Oh.
That makes sense?
Okay.
Very good.
Wow.
Wow. Vanya, go ahead and spend a short rest, please.
I did that.
drugs.
And then feel free
You
to...
want to do it again?
You don't have to do it again if you don't want to. Would you like to spend any of your hit dice to heal yourself?
Yes. I don't have anything else to spend them on, so.
Oh yeah, you have cast 0 spells. Very good.
Hi.
All right. And then I will give you 4 respite points. Does that sound good? On your hit dice? Beautiful strategy. All right. Respite.
Masterful gambit.
Respite complete. Very good. Now just time for loot. And we've got 2 bosses to loot from, so this is going to be pretty fun. So, just because I feel like being a funny little guy, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I guess I could do it that way. Along with the material gathering, there's also some magic items that are now part of the loot table that you might be able to claim. I will leave that hidden for the time being of what there is to claim, but you will not only be able to gather materials that you could use for crafting or treasure, but you may also find a magic item amongst your gathering. This is going to require a couple of dice rolls, because I know how much everyone likes to roll dice. So, we will begin. You will actually be able to gather twice.
We're losing you again.
No, I think it's Discord. Yeah. Because everyone's roboting now. Well,
Yeah, the little icon at the bottom was red.
welcome to the West Coast, everyone.
Damn, we're traveling tonight.
California. Yeah, we're here at the West Coast now.
California.
Thanks, everyone. Good stuff. Good stuff. Bravo. Fucking
I
bravo.
love it here.
So, first we will decide, because I want some dice rolls. We've got blue guy, Zikrixis over here. Oh?
I thought you were talking about me, blue guy.
No, I apologize. Angry guy over here, Yggdrasis over here. So, who of the 5, unfortunately you only have 4 gathering, who of the 5 wants to roll some dice first?
It's been a while since we've gathered. How do we do this again?
It's just table rolls.
And nobody has any particular benefits?
Yeah, so so how we're gonna do this is first I'm gonna have you roll a d8 to see if you get a material or a magic item. And then I'll have you roll the 1d100. Let me check something just super quick. I do apologize. Ooh. Boy. Oh, my back. What are my numbers?
Oh, same.
There will be 2 skill checks you guys can attempt as well. One will add +10 to the gathering table roll. The other will allow you to re-roll the re-roll entirely. There is not additional gatherings that you can do in this time. The +10 to the gathering table roll is going to be a DC. Sorry, I'm doing math. I'm doing maths really quick. Ooh, a DC 17. And then a DC 22 to re-roll the gathering table, choose which result. So, for that, give me a moment. I will allow the jeweler's tools, I believe they're called.
Beep boop. I now have jeweler's tools, and I am now an expert in jeweler's tools.
That's right, artificer. You don't need any updates, dude. You got it all.
Beep boop.
Beep boop beep. Of course, Mr. Beep Boop, you're free to do. Does anyone else have proficiency in jeweler's tools?
No.
Well then,
Not I.
Marius, you only get to do 1 skill check, and you get to choose when you're going to do that skill check. But right now, who would like to roll some dice?
Me.
Very good.
Gareth.
Gareth. Would you like to roll on for Zikrixis or Yggdrasis?
I'm gonna go with my fellow blue guy.
Hell
Did their
yeah.
names change?
Blue, we stay together.
What do you mean did their names change?
Zikrixis?
Yeah, that's Zikrix. Yeah, that's Zikrixis over there, and that's Yggdrasis over there. Okay. First, give me a 1d8, please.
You got it.
Yeah. Ooh. Excellent. You do not gather a material.
Oh.
You gather a magic item.
Yeah!
Specifically, you've gathered an item that is known as the Shockwave Bracers, a very rare item. While attuned to this item, you gain the following properties. Shockwave. It's an action that you can do 3 times a day. Release a discharge of electric energies, targeting all creatures of your choice within 20 feet of you. You get to choose which creatures get targeted. All creatures in the area must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17. On failure, the target takes 6d10 lightning damage. On success, the target takes half as much damage.
Wow.
Does require attunement, though, and I've added it to your inventory. Nicely done.
This one's mine.
This one's mine. Well,
Never know.
well, you will have to unattune to one of the items because you are at max attunement.
I'm just gonna throw it at somebody.
It's mine till it's not. All right, that's one of the. We've got one more roll left on Zikrixis, and we've got 2 more on Yggdranis. Who would like to roll some dice? All right, everyone
I shall
roll.
roll.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, everyone roll a d20. I'm gonna start forcing some roll.
I shall roll, but first, I'm gonna do my jeweler's tools check.
You don't have to do that yet.
Oh, I thought you did that before.
No, you can decide to do that after you see the result.
Understood.
Yeah. So if you get a number and you go, I don't like that, I want to do another, then you can go ahead and choose which one you want to do. But for now, give me a 1d8 roll, please.
8.
Oh! You've rolled an 8. The shockwave bracers have already been claimed, so this will be a material gathering roll instead. Well, okay, I'll give you an option. Do you want to do material gathering, or do you want to re-roll to see if you get another magic item?
Oh, I'll do material because material so far have been useful for us to be able to make other things.
Understood. Then, give me a 1d100 roll, please. That's a 12. So, now you have the option to use the jeweler's tools to try and either A, get a better roll, or B, add plus 10 to this result. The DCs are different. One's a DC 17, which is the plus 10 to the gathering result. And one's a DC 22, which is to re-roll entirely the material gathering roll.
How do you guys feel about me trying for the reroll?
Do it.
Fuck
Do
it
it.
up, dog.
We're gonna try for the
Do
reroll.
it good.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You must beat a DC 22, please.
Do it.
Okay.
Give it a, wait, can you do your +4 thing?
Is this an ability check?
I would consider it so, yes.
Ooh.
Huge.
Let me double check this. Do we want to use my last charge of Flash of Genius on this?
Are we gonna sleep before we go in? After
They
exploring
do
all
have
these?
beds.
Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be more danger in the other wings too. So, do you regain that on a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep in
Alright.
mind, taking long rests in dungeons.
Oh, are we already in the dungeon?
Oh, this is a dungeon, absolutely.
Oh shit.
So taking a long rest in a dungeon increases the dungeon's difficulty.
Yeah.
It gives the enemy forces a chance to amply prepare themselves.
So it's not like a separate dungeon out here and in the tear. This is already it.
Oh yeah, you're facing against hostile entities that the astral is leaked out into the temple.
Yeah. All right, then
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be-
know.
Tapped regardless. So, I have 6 spell slots left. We're gonna have to rest eventually.
Eventually, but maybe not.
It's up to you. I just want to make sure you're armed with all the knowledge you need.
I abstain from voicing an opinion.
You get
I'll use
1d4?
Huh?
You get 1d4?
It's
your
just
roll?
a flat 4.
Oh, it's flat. Oh, so it's guaranteed.
Mhm.
Oh. Guaranteed re-roll.
You
That
don't even
means
know
that
what
I
that
can't
re-roll's
use it.
going to be either.
11.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That means I can't I can't help anybody with an ability check or saving throw.
I would say
Yeah,
to save it,
maybe
honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the trash.
All right, it's not trash. You got yourself a Zikrixis shard. It is a very rare gemstone worth 5,000 credits.
Ooh.
On a 12? My God.
Yep, welcome. You have entered the very rare material gathering. Prices start to get astronomically high.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will add this shard over to your gemstones. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of freedom with like crafting rare items. Like you're gonna be able to do that pretty easily. Very rare things start getting very pricey. Very rare items that are not consumables on average are worth 40,000 credits. Yep. Okie dokie. So that Zikrixis has been completely looted at this point. The only rolls left are going to be for Yggdranis, and the jeweler's tools aren't going to be able to assist you from anywhere out this point. It's just going to be raw luck. So next up, between Cheats, Vanya, and Vizika, which one of you guys want to roll some dice? Roll some magic stones. Come on, don't be
I'll
shy.
roll. I'll roll.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yggdranis is going to be what you're rolling for at this point. Right over here. Please give me a 1d8 roll, Vanya.
She's standing over like, rubbing her hands together.
Ooh. That's amazing. You have successfully looted a magic item.
Ooh.
You've looted the Yggdranis, their Inferno Cannon. While attuned to this item, you gain the following properties. Inferno Blast, an action you can do 3 times a day. You release a powerful burst of fire in a 5-foot wide by 60-foot line. All creatures in this area must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17. On failure, the target takes 10d6 fire damage. On success, they take half as much. Very good.
Wow.
Am I
Require.
gonna be all Ellen Ripley up in here? What's happening?
Yes.
What's happening?
It requires attunement. You have only attuned to 2 items, so you can also easily attune this item. You'd like to add it to your arsenal.
Could I actually be carrying it and like switching to it?
So it's not a
would I have
weapon.
to
It's considered a magic item. You can literally word it that it's attached to your weapon if you want. You can have it be a part of your. You could literally be an attachment on the armor that Marius crafted you if you want. So you could literally be a walking mech with this like cannon on your shoulder while you're holding this giant shard blast cannon in your arm. So yeah.
Just blasting.
Just blasting.
Just blast. So I would have to, if I made an attack, I'd have to tell you, okay, I'm attacking with my normal blaster cannon or with this other attachment.
Correct, because it is an action to use this thing. So if you do spend your action on this, you won't be able to attack with the shard blaster that turn.
Ah, what if I attacked with the attachment? What is it called again? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
There's too many blasters and cannons.
I know, you're just loaded. It's the Siege Blaster mod. That is still an action. So if you got the full charges, you can do normal attacks with your Shard Blaster. You can use the Energy Blast from your Siege Blaster mod, or you can use the Inferno Cannon to create a line and have creatures make saving throws. You're a walking arsenal.
Perfect. I love that.
Would you like?
I love that.
Would you like to equip and attune to this now?
Yes. Yes, I would love that.
And so it is. And so it is done. Very good. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheats or Vizika. Which one of you would like to roll?
I want to roll.
All right, Cheats.
Roll it.
We'll start with
I roll?
a 1d8.
Is there any pluses?
Nope.
Just 1d8.
Just 1d8. A 2. So you'll actually be doing some material gathering this time. So go ahead and give me a flat 1d100 roll. No additions, no adds, just raw luck. A 79. That's pretty good.
Hey, that sums up my high school diploma.
All right. Hell yeah.
Hey,
High five.
Above
High
average.
five.
Okay, I'll take it, dog.
You will extract from the fallen construct the core of Yggdrasil. It is a very rare gemstone worth 20,000 credits.
My God.
Oh my god. Imagine all the drugs I combine with that.
Holy shit.
All the
This thing turned
drugs
into
I
health potions,
combine
you're
with
not
that.
buying drugs.
It's in my hands. Okay.
It's going to the communal inventory.
No, it's not. It's in my hands. You're over there with the blue guy.
Would you like to add this to your inventory or the communal inventory?
My inventory.
Understood. Give me 1 second.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see her do anything. I didn't see her.
Make me roll sleight of hand.
I see it right now.
I said I didn't see it. I didn't have it.
I poked Gareth in the eyes.
All right. All right. That concludes our looting. Congratulations, everyone. You got some sick stuff. Now,
Pretty sick nasty.
it's time to be cruel. Would you
Oh, God.
would you like to have known what you could have looted, or would you like to be oblivious?
I want to know.
Oh.
I mean,
Does anyone not want to know?
No.
Understood.
Go for it.
So this is specifically for, I will let you know, both of them, the rarest material you got was a legendary material known as the Heart of the Astral. It's an alchemical gemstone worth 30,000 credits.
Holy shit.
If you had to roll a 91 or 100 on that. On Zikrixis, 2 modification gemstones that you could have applied to your weapon or armor. Zikrixis had the crystalline armor +2. It lets your armor kind of take on a more crystalline appearance, and it increases the enhancement by +1 all the way up to a +2. Next up is the fortification weapon enhancement. You can apply this to a weapon, where on hits, whenever you successfully hit a hostile creature with an attack and deal damage, you gain 15 temporary hit points.
Oh.
wow.
It costs 10,000 credits to apply that to an existing weapon, a weapon that already requires attunement. Because then whatever weapon you attach that now requires attunement. You can add on to your weapons essentially with these enhancements, but it costs a lot of money to do so. And then Zikrixis also had a Helm of Brilliance. For those that don't know, Helm of Brilliance has equipped 1d10 diamonds, 2d10 rupees, 3d10 fire opals, and 4d10 opals. You can sacrifice some of those gemstones to do things like cast Daylight, or Fireball, or Prismatic Spray, or Wall of Fire. So,
I got 2 of these things already on me. It's okay. We're good.
Yggdrasil had a this is the one I was like, oh god, if someone gets this, this is gonna be crazy. An anti-magic armor enhancement that can be applied to a piece of armor. Once per long rest, as a reaction, you can do magic resistance, essentially giving you advantage on a saving throw against a spell. And once per day as an action, you could cast the spell Anti-Magic Field, requiring no spell components. 10,000 credits to apply to an already existed attuned armor. Yggdrasil also had a crystalline weapon enhancement, allowing you to improve your weapon by +1, all the way up to +3. And also a reminiscent bottle of the Ifriti. Or the Ifriti, excuse me, where when you use it, you get to roll a 1d100. On a 1 to 10, The Ifriti is freed from the bottle and then attacks you for 5 rounds before leaving. And from an 11 to 100, the Ifriti serves you for an hour, doing as you command. Then the Ifriti returns the bottle and a renewed stopper contains it. The stopper can't be removed for 24 hours. Next 2 times the bottle is opened, the same effect will occur. And then on the 4th time, the Ifriti escapes and disappears. A little genie guy there for you. And that's it. That's the loot. Thanks for rolling. Thanks for playing. Thanks for looting. You guys got some good stuff. All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do in this room?
It's time to harvest these crystals.
Look for some crystals. Punch crystals again.
All right. So you guys have free access to gather from these crystals various shards of astral energy, which you can then use in the smithy, which you haven't been to yet, if you'd like to do that. Now, you do have the materials and the general understanding of crafting. You don't know exactly what to do with it or how it works. Of course, I will allow you intelligence checks or tool checks to try and make it work and make it happen. But you were informed that the archives contained books and recipes that will assist you in the process of creating, or rather enhancing your weapons so that they can strike at astral creatures, and enhance your armor so that astral creatures can attack you normally and not ignore your armor bonuses. Ultimately, up to you. If you want to wing it and try the best that you can, you're free to do that. Otherwise, other options that you have, I can let you fast travel to some key locations, including the Hall of the Blacksmith, which is just the hallway right outside this room, the resting quarters, which has the bunk beds, or back to the temple foyer, the temple entrance, since those are all the areas that you have explored. Those are some options you guys got. Let me know what you'd like to do.
The archive was on the east side,
That is correct.
which is another wing of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Marius's armor ripples momentarily. I'm going to use a charge of defensive field to gain 10 temporary hit points.
Cool. You adding the 10 temp yourself?
Yes, sir.
Oh, also, another thing to let you guys know, there is no effect in the game that has a duration for temporary hit points anymore. Your temporary hit points now last until you take a long rest or they are expended.
Nice.
Ooh.
I was about to ask if I could just be assumed that I'm recasting False Life.
Yeah, go
the
ahead and cast False Life. That's 8 temporary hit points.
Excellent.
Very good.
I'm not sure I can make use of these. Maybe we just toss them in our stock for now. He's holding out the shockwave bracers he just got.
Marius would take them, sort of inspecting them for a moment. Do you wish to make use of them in the future?
Well, either using the bracers themselves or selling them, so... I mean, we'll keep an open mind. I think I'm a bit tapped on my potential to use it right now.
Understood. We'll put them away.
Okay.
Party, do we feel like we're going to be resting anytime soon?
I was thinking we could try and
Think
do
so?
some smithing these crystals and then maybe do another fight, maybe with better equipment, and then maybe see. Because I kind of want to try and do it without going to the archives.
Okay.
What are we going to be smithing?
These crystals we can use on our weapons to make them effective against the astral, and we can use it on our armor so that they don't just pass right through our armor.
Yeah, I don't think it's reasonable to rest until at least we've cleared everything pre-tear.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my charge of spell refueling and give myself a 3rd level spell slot.
All right. Feel free to replenish it.
Nice.
Replenish.
Did we need to do any checking for crystal materials, or we just gather?
So you can gather a number of suitable subject crystals in here. If you do decide to gather, I will ask you to roll a 4d4. If you wish to
do that.
If you wish to enhance your weapon, it'll cost one of these crystals. If you wish to enhance your armor, it'll cost one of these crystals. Because you're kind of winging it without proper instruction, it does make the DC higher, and if you fail the DC, you expend the crystal in the process.
So there's a limited amount we can get from the room
Correct.
in general?
Yes, so these, from what you were told, these crystals do slowly grow back over time, but there will only be suitable subjects that you can gather right now.
I wonder if we could ask the gatekeepers for some advice, or like if there's a book in the other wing.
Yeah, so they did mention to you that there would be recipes in the archive on how to make your weapons and armor more suitable against the astral element.
So
Can we fast travel to the archives?
You can't.
I mean, it's a short walk.
So you can't. You can fast travel back to the entrance, but I can't fast travel you back to the archives because you haven't explored that quarter yet.
Honestly, these fights haven't been too difficult.
Say it in my face.
So,
Pretty sure
think-
one of them did like 60 points of damage to me from one failed save.
yeah, it hasn't been too difficult.
That's over half of my health.
Yeah, it hasn't been too difficult. So I think maybe we should get those books first so that we can get as much upgrading as possible.
Well, we should see how many materials we can gather here.
Sure,
first.
I'm ready to make a new character. Let's go.
I think this time.
I've played enough hardcore recently.
I say we gather as many crystals as we can, and then we try until we fail. Basically, give one chance, and if we keep succeeding, well, we keep succeeding, and that means that the upcoming battles will be that much easier.
All right.
At least 10 crystals.
Does anybody else want to roll?
Is there any buffs to these rolls based on skills, Brett?
So I would ask you to make a general strength check to mine these crystals.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm not mining the crystals.
Yeah, me neither.
Garrett!
Let's sit back and relax.
Gosh, I love these green crystals. I'm just gonna look at them. Wow.
We're gonna. These are ability checks.
Right.
Can I cast guidance on Gareth?
Unfortunately, no. Well, actually, I will allow an athletics check. So yes, athletics is fine.
What's your athletics check?
+9.
+9. Okay.
What
Then yes,
about
I'll definitely give
acrobatics?
you guidance on that with the
What if
DM's discretion.
What if I fly
What about
around?
acrobatics?
What if
What if I just like run a lot on them? I just run in a big circle,
please,
and
can
the
I use
compression of my feet.
dexterity
Shut up! I'm
instead of
talking.
strength?
The compression of my feet just kicks the gems
Can I
a
use
bunch and a bunch and a
acrobatics
bunch.
instead of athletics?
Shut up! I'm trying to convince him, and I'm running a big circle around it, and I just keep kicking.
I'm gonna have to pass on that. But I appreciate your imagination.
What if I run from one corner to the other corner and swing around it really hard?
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Ah, fuck.
All right. So you're choosing athletics as the skill, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. For the next minute, Gareth, you get to add a 1d4 to your athletics check.
Nice.
You'll only be making one. All right. 1d4, please.
I didn't mean to roll, but there it is.
A 17. With a 17, I will allow you to roll 3d4. And that's how much of the crystal materials you gather.
We got downgraded. All right. Well, here we go.
6 crystalline material is what you've gathered from this room. And you'll be unable to gather from this room for some time.
Well,
remember, one of these crystals can be used to enhance a weapon to attack through astral creatures. One of these crystals can enhance a piece of armor so that astral creatures can't go through the physical armor.
am I able to remove my own spell effects? Or is that something you have to do?
Which are you talking about? Kinetic Jaunt?
Yeah.
If you go over to the effects, you'll see temporary effects, concentrating Kinetic Jaunt, and then you just press the trash can.
Trash. Yes. Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we've got 6 of these to work with. I still say we try until we fail.
If you're certain, there's no guarantee that we can come back and gather from this place again.
Well, the archives aren't in the tier, right? Is it just that you don't want to fight anymore before upgrading? So if we lose these crystals, that would be pretty bad.
Well, I leave it up to you. I just simply spake my opinion.
What?
Sorry?
I also heard that.
What's that word?
Spake? Sorry, my intelligence score went up, so now I use weird words.
Spank my opinion. What?
Yeah, you make words.
Well, I think I no idea what you just said.
Spake is an archaic past tense of speak.
Yeah, I think you just messed it up. It sounds smart or whatever.
Look it up on your shard phone. I'll be waiting.
Wow.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Oh, you read one frickin' book and you're 10 blue and you think you're better than everybody else. God, who is this guy? What happened to him?
I
She
understand.
just holds her hands up. Spake. Spake this.
I shan't.
Oh, God.
All right.
We're speaking over here.
Ah, not you too.
A fellow speaker.
What'd I do?
Okay.
Go read some books. Last time we did that, something cool happened.
Well, if nothing else, we should explore the forge in case there is something to kill in there.
Perhaps it'll also contain necessary parts.
Ooh, it
Very
opened
true.
for me.
Wait, we're leaving?
We are going to check the forge. Who's that?
Refrain
Cheats
from
are
magically
coming.
opening that door until at least our companions are here.
Zuka leans her ear against the door.
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Through the door, you hear the sound of a roaring flame,
I hear
muffled
the
by
sound
metal.
of a roaring flame, muffled by metal.
What are you saying?
What's going on?
She hears the sound of roaring flame, muffled by metal.
Muffled by battle.
Sorry, I spanked too soon.
Ah! I want to die.
Where is she? There she is. Alright, go ahead and open the door. For your muffled by metal.
She opens it.
Inside, you see the smithy already automatically active as you step in. Steam billows from the vents down below as you see a red flame grated from underneath. The heat seems to transfer to this contraption that allows for some expertly smithing to be done. By simply applying your smith's tools to this, you'll be able to... You feel that you would be able to do what you need to smelt the crystals down into a weapon. Or an existing weapon. But without proper instruction, You would have to rely only on your skill.
Yes. Well, most of it
And
makes
appears
sense anyway.
bereft of danger, at least.
I would like to look for any extra materials by chance.
Yeah, go and give me an investigation check. As you inspect around the area, there's nothing that you really see of value or interest.
Well,
Kozitza's gonna sniff around these vents and see if she smells anything interesting.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Be mindful of your nose.
Yeah, you just kind of smell the embers going up your nostrils.
You're basically huffing ventilation. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. Maybe somebody dropped some crystals down there.
And you're going to smell the crystals.
Yes.
What then?
I reach out and get
And
it.
burn your hands. Yes.
Yes. And get the crystals.
Get me out of this room.
Oh, God.
What are these red wheels? Red wheels.
Would you like to mess with it?
Oh god, this whole thing is gonna blow, isn't it? Oh shit.
Close that door.
Kozitza sniffs the wheels for
Kozitza?
signs of recent usage.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. You are unable to gather such information.
to the archives then.
Would you like to fast travel back to the entrance?
It's like right there.
No, I paid for these character animations. I'm going to use them.
Well, I was gonna say if there's a fancy fast travel animation.
Is there?
Is there?
No, God.
Oh, all right. I'm walking.
Aha! Welcome back, my
This guy
friends.
stinks.
Yeah, you're seeing they're still channeling above the fountain. You're kind of watching as all this energy is going into the pools.
Hello.
How's the temple fared you so far? Hopefully it hasn't been too arduous.
We
Ask
met
him
with
that.
them.
She points to Marius.
You let those things linger no more than maybe 20 feet away?
He blinks over at you and says, I see you faced off against the astral entities. They haunt the entire temple, as I have told you prior. How did you fare? Seems you
How
all
do
are
you
still
not get
standing.
like absolutely destroyed by him?
Well, that's why we're here at the Center Hall. We channel the astral energies from all around the temple in a way to turn or rebuke them back into the waters right here. If we weren't available, the temple would be far more overridden. Now you see what we're dealing with. The astral energies simply can't be continuously rebuked. And as days pass, we're only slowing the inevitable. This temple would have been far overtaken a long time ago if it weren't for the Watchers. But yes, even I will acknowledge the task at points seems a bit futile. I'm sorry that you had to endure these ordeals so close to the main hall. Are you hurt?
Our companion here is...
Yeah,
well, let me
bullshit.
ping.
Would we expect equal resistance over by the archives?
I couldn't tell you. Very rarely are we able to navigate around the rest of the hallways. Most of the astral energy is focused here, from the north, where the tear originates. As far as the side wings are concerned, we are uncertain, as we rarely get to leave this area. When we do so in rest over in the bunk area. We don't have the ability especially with the lack of watchers that are here to navigate freely around the temple as you have. As for your...
What happened to...
No,
No, go ahead.
no, you go
Sorry.
ahead. No, you go.
I'm very sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Please,
What are you
please
doing
continue.
at the
What? If I must defecate, I do so outside.
Are you familiar with the word spake?
Hold on 1 second. Why are you so interested in my bodily functions?
I want to make sure you're taken care of. I don't know if you like got a bag or like a depository or whatever, you know?
Oh,
Gotta make sure you're safe and hygienic.
that's a strange curiosity, but
Don't
yes.
look at me like that.
Well,
You live inside the middle school. Why are you looking at me like that, dude? Don't act like I'm saying something crazy.
no one really asks
No,
about
I'm
my
not.
bathroom habits too often.
It's
How
not
would you
weird.
ask a stranger that?
He lives in this little room
He's
here. I
a
want to make sure he's
stranger to
taken
you.
care of. Just because he's a stranger, I can't care about him. I can't care about him taking
You
care
care
of
about
himself.
him?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a crush on him?
No. No
Okay.
offense. None. I don't know yet.
I was inquiring about that, but to answer your question, yes, we have outhouses from outside the temple that we do.
I just want to make sure you're fucking, you're being safe. But pardon my friend here, who just clearly doesn't care.
Oh, I appreciate the gesture. It's just not very often people ask about my bathroom habits. But curiosity is curiosity, I suppose.
I am a kid.
That is
Hey,
not an
man,
excuse.
everybody poops. It's fine.
I wasn't doubting that. That wasn't the debate. Anyways, as far as your friend goes and the injuries that they've sustained, Zarya, yes, would it be fine if these visitors of ours partake in some of our medical supplies? She kind of leers a little bit and nods and says, "Go ahead, but not all of them, please." Very well. All right, friends, or new friends. Within the bunk rooms, you will see a treasure chest. We will permit you to take 2 of the potions that are within inside. We do ask, however, that you do not take more than that, as they are supplies that are desperately needed, especially when astral occurrences unfortunately happen within the very entrance of this temple. We need to be able to recover our injuries as well.
If you have raw medicinal supplies or herbs, I can make more.
Oh, I appreciate it. However, the potions that we get are already processed by the time they arrive here. Well, they should be more than suitable to assist your friend here. But I appreciate the gesture.
Do you have any expired potions by chance?
I don't.
No.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
He'll nod.
Is there anywhere else that we can get more crystals, like in that room back there?
Oh, you already gathered from the crystalline room, I take it. Well, unfortunately, no. That is the only room of the crystals that are there. Hopefully you gathered from suitable subjects. Larger forms of crystals. If you try to gather more from there, I'm afraid it may disrupt the ecosystem of the room itself. You'd be able to gather more crystals, certainly, but then we would have a more difficult time trying to contain and refine the astral entities that flow throughout this temple.
Oh.
So if you already have gathered from there and you've gathered suitable subjects, I do recommend not gathering any more, as it will make our jobs a little more difficult.
I'll be right back with those potions.
She like sighs and leans on Marius.
I thought Gareth was about to like slide past the barracks back into the crystal room and be
He
like,
comes back with
"Wow."
an armful of crystals. Like, "Oh, I think we got enough.
We're gonna go.
Take more crystals, take all their potions, just leave them
How
to
to
fucking
make the old dusty
die.
trail. Crystals falling out of his pockets.
Ding, 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 ding.
Inside the bunk room, you would see the wooden chest.
All right. I take the 2 largest potions.
You're opening. So you're opening the chest.
I open the chest.
Inside the chest, you'll see 6 vials of the same potion, along with some replacement bedding and the robes and clothing of the Watchers. You said you would take 2. Is that correct?
2.
A devil on your shoulder. Why not 3?
Haha.
Oh.
Who said that?
Losing my mind. You will acquire 2 potions of superior healing.
Wow. Okay.
Superior healing heals, that's a weird fucking description. 8d4 plus 8 hit points.
Wow.
Sheesh. I'm gonna drink 1 regular potion of greater healing. Here we go.
Here we go. Go.
Ability. Oh. What? It didn't add it.
Yeah, we have to do that manually. 16 hit
Oh.
points, so now you're
Maximum.
at 108
Okay.
That's beautiful.
HP. Very good.
I'll drink 1 more regular potion
Of greater healing.
Greater healing.
Another 15, so that's going to... Wow.
Look at those rolls.
Good rolls.
Good rolls.
All right.
Rolls. Some of the best rolls I ever seen.
Well, I mentioned I might hold on to one of these. Who would like the other? Marius?
May I see it?
I'll hand you the superior potion.
He does get hit a lot. She like knocks on the outside of his armor. Ding, ding, ding.
He does consider that for a moment. That in just the most recent combat, he has been brought very low from those haunts. And the haunts basically ignore his entire existence.
If it's all right, I would keep this.
Of course.
I trust you didn't have any trouble finding the potions.
No, I found them. I took 2 as you mentioned.
Oh, very good. I hope they prove helpful in the rest of your journey through the temple.
I feel they will.
I'll just be about it then.
Well, safe travels, friend.
Mars sort of pauses for a moment, looking at the sort of center room, how it's just 2 watchers, and the very dwindling number of watchers left. He doesn't say anything, but there's this sort of quiet acceptance that, like, he's basically, because he sees it, he's seen it himself in Asmodia, a sort of quiet acceptance of, like, this being the end of the line.
Yeah.
He's like, this is like
Honestly,
a dying breed. Like,
Yeah.
I am seeing the last of a practice that nobody else will ever see because this is over. Like, it could take a decade, it could be 1 more generation, but this is it.
Yep. In some ways, it kind of compares a little bit with the Shadowhunters as well. How you are the last line from the Shadow's Breach. These Watchers are the last line of the Astral Breach. All right.
He was.
Oh, go
I
on.
was gonna say something, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would make a comment on it. I think he would just sort of that very quiet, sort of presence and the very loud stomping of armor as he makes his way through this place.
They maintain their focus as they continue to channel the astral energies into the pool, trying to keep the astral at bay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
I'll just push on.
All right. You enter into a hallway with the plush carpet underneath your feet once again. Same as before, you'll see these sort of emblems upon this door. The emblem on this door is that of 2 books, while the other emblem over here kind of has these 3 wavy lines over what appears to be a circle, a little bit like a flattened circle on a different axis.
If any of those astral anomalies appear near me and teetering on the edge of disappearance, please stay your hand if you're able. At least until I'm away.
It's a good plan. Also, I hope that we can find something to help them.
Help who?
What was it? Jeez, you suggested something, right? Last time, earlier today, just like an hour ago.
Like a week ago, maybe?
Like to look for something in the chair to maybe help them or something? I don't remember what you said.
You know, that thing you said an hour and a half ago. Well, just here, like in that other room, in fact.
Cheats, you recall mentioning maybe there's something within the astral itself that may be able to assist the Watchers.
Oh yeah, to like keep from losing their energy for like a bit longer, so that they can sustain their bodies longer without being overwhelmed by the energy or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Like to keep
diapers.
themselves from being overwhelmed by the energy. Something in the astral.
Yeah. I hope we can find something like that.
I would not get your hopes up.
Well, it seems like the archives are through here. I don't know what the other door is. Did they say? I forget.
One side has astral baths that will help repair your vessel. By clearing the crystal chamber, you've already attuned yourself to it with the energies to assist you in guiding into it. But now you need to prepare your body further by taking the over at the astral bath halls.
That's for going into the tear itself?
Yes, because as of right now, if your body's not attuned, the tear will just rip you asunder.
Oh.
So I guess bath time right before we get in there.
I suppose. Could have some sort of positive effect if we have to fight anything else around here.
Oh. You're right. Should we look in it?
I'll take a look.
You're opening the door to the north?
Opening door.
Inside, you see a large, suitable hallway. All the way over to the north, it seems there's some decorative crystals, some strange sculptures, and then you see a door all the way to the north.
What's it look like these are? Fountains? Dry fountains or something?
They appear to be like spheres, almost.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Room is fairly large.
Very good. As you continue exploring deeper into the hallway.
Damn.
17 IEDs go off right underneath Gareth's feet.
So you'll watch as the astral energies once again are channeling all around the ceiling as they begin to take their form. As an astral fragment and haunt begins to form, familiar as before. As they back up, however, you'll see a bigger form take place over in the energies, kind of like folded into itself, but with this sort of light sheen to it, a familiar figure from the crystal room. As you see another entity of Zikrixis drop down onto the floor. And as they stand ready for battle, you immediately watch as a violent slash seemingly formed from nowhere. As the energy and even the Zikrixis just sort of shatters away. Behind them, you will see an arm clad in this strange scaled dark armor. This spacious nebula energy creeping forth as if it is penetrating through. As if it's penetrating through a dimensional opening. As it holds out this giant black-clad scythe. The scythe softens a little bit, forming and rounding in its blade, becoming a massive maul. As you watch this sort of, you hear this giant 2 footsteps, this sort of, and you'll see walking through a tear that this creature seems to have manifested and made of its own. As it steps out, this large, unknown entity steps forward. And it stares at each of you until its eye fixates on Marius, excuse me. Sorry. And it points forward at him as if Marius has claimed some sort of treasure. No. Stole something from the entity. Watch time, everyone! Let's go! Woo!
Rejoice in the glory of combat.
So,
14s.
I did tell you guys I was feeling a little nostalgic for the old days. I briefly mentioned. And I did leave a little bit of hints. I specifically said, hey, Naomi, I hope you're ready to do some note-taking. This is something that Naomi and Momo are familiar with, but not the rest of you. So this is going to be a phase combat. Especially if we have any phase 2 viewers in the audience. Very much is how we used to do boss battles back in the good old days. So instead of rolling initiative, let me create a counter. Give me 1 second. The placeholder. Let's create a counter. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, I guess I have to begin combat. And then
we should have read those books first.
Everyone likes to check. All right. So give me 1 second. This is going to take a little minute. All right. So I am going to add. Wait, what? Vizika. No. Can I do this? Is it saying Marius play? Marius. Give me 1 second. So I'm trying to figure out how to create a placeholder. I guess I could just roll the initiative. This is the first time I've actually done this before. Okie dokie. And then can I create... All right, there we go. So in phase combat, a singular creature. There we go. Why is it? Sorry about this. Like, I thought this was going to be easy to do, but it keeps, like, trying to create placeholders for, like, everyone else for some reason, and I don't know why that is. So I'm trying to... Yeah, like, it wants me to make a Marius placeholder now, and I'm like, but why? It should be really easy just to be like, make an empty placeholder. Like, why are you making me do this? Ugh, now it's saying Vanya. Okay. Oh, I know why. I'm silly. Because I'm literally right-clicking your names. Without even realizing it. Okay. Give me 1 second. Create placeholder. And create placeholder. Excellent, very good. Oh. Placeholder. Very. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this real quick. Sorry, give me a second. Keep saying this. I'm trying a new thing.
A new old thing.
A new old thing.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain.
Well, I mean, it's right now. All right, everybody. 25.
Chat, hold me. I'm scared.
$10. And this is a 5, not a 4. Very good. Okay. So during phase combat, instead of taking legendary actions and all that stuff, a creature essentially has multiple initiative turns where they have a set list of actions and reactions and bonus actions and all sorts of stuff that they can go ahead and do. You can actually learn about that by taking a classic little thing we used to call scan actions. Specifically that each creature will have an ability or a skill that can be associated with it when it comes to learning their phases. You can spend an action to scan the enemy to learn about a phase. You can also spend a bonus action to learn about a phase by using a corresponding skill. This creature specifically has 5 phases they go on: 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5. If you'd like to learn about a specific phase, I'll let you know what ability score that you have to do. And the DC equals the initiative order of that phase. So if you want to learn about the 25 phase, then you have to spend an ability check or bonus action to do that. Like I said, if you spend a bonus action, the DC is higher. It's typically another +5. Yeah. Oh, but also you can continue to watch through and look at combat and all that stuff if that's something that you would like to do. But this essentially makes the combat a little bit more dynamic and makes especially some of these solo encounters a little more threatening and a little bit deadlier. And that's because you are facing off against an entity of Black Star energy, which we've touched on very, very, very briefly when it comes to Marius's, what Marius read in their book. Yeah.
Was it still Arcana, or was it, what was the other one to make the check? Like, can we still choose the skill?
Yeah, so you can choose skills. So the phase that you choose, I will let you know what skill check you can make. I'll specifically let you know the skill check that you can make.
Okay.
Some phases will allow you to use different skills, but typically this is usually all the intelligence skills and stuff like that. So, little new thing, but that's okay. But yeah. With that, are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Reggie.
Sorry. I backed up too much. Okay, excellent. Then let us get to it. All right, give me. Oh, does anyone need to use the bathroom or go to the restroom or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay, then we will stop. We'll take a little break, and then you do that. So we'll be right back, everyone.
Very good.
And we're back. All right. So yeah, you guys are facing off against an entity of pure black star energy, an unknown substance. Why is it here within the temple? Let us begin. Gotta wait for the music to play on this side. No, I preloaded it before, so there we go. Okay, we begin. So, on an initiative of 25, nothing happens. On an initiative of 20, you'll watch as the entity now holding on to this maul of negative energy. As it holds up, you'll kind of see this. It releases out this emanation of energy. As you begin to feel everything around get a little darker. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Boop. And then I gotta do. Yeah, so as it holds up, you'll kind of watch as the entire area sort of darkness begins to fall over the area as galactic, these sort of like nebulous energies begin to form around the entity as tiny stars begin to form, dissipate, and explode all around you. Man, everyone's initiative roll was shit. And then you'll just kind of watch as this creature just sort of dances around, runs over here, and slams a maul right on Gareth. 12 misses, rolled a 3. As this thing crashes down. Cheats. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you watch as one of the small celestial bodies literally forms around you and then collapses in on itself.
Okay. It just sounds awful.
As it forms around, you kind of begin to feel it's like singeing around you as this celestial body slowly forms. Your instincts are faster. You duck out of the way as you see that crash right above you. Because of your evasion, you take no damage.
Let's go.
Eats. Your turn.
All right. Okay. Can I deduce that those stars are like collidable? Like if I go running, am I gonna run into it?
No, it's it slowly is forming around areas, and you're just kind of watching as it going.
I didn't know if they were like a hidden bomb.
No. You're able to navigate easily around the battlefield as you just kind of watch as these collapsing stars are forming around you.
Alright.
I think that might be an attack that it has to do.
Alright, we're gonna do drugs.
Hell yeah.
Bonus action, the drug.
Woohoo! Allow me to
But
give you
good
the
drug.
haste. Good drug.
She grips the more specialized drug, and she holds it up as if like about to use it, but looks at it to make sure it's not like the aggressive drug as she's just standing there facing Marius. And then she clicks it into place and her eyes glow in this like dim light. And she'll take it off.
All right.
Sorry, gotta make it. You know how it is. I gotta make a full run. You know,
All good.
get in there. And then we will attack with a whip. Whip.
Yeah, you do. 22 hits, 10 points of damage.
I will re-roll that damage.
Let's see it.
I will take it.
Yes, that's an
Every
extra
point-
point of damage, 11
Ow.
points of damage. As you kind of watch as stars like break apart at the makeshift natural armor the strange entity seems to have. Let's see that hit point bar. Nice.
All right.
I run away.
Oh goodness. Due to his, due to my feet, he'll also have his speed reduced.
Yeah. 10 feet.
And what was the cool thing you can do? Okay, cunning thing. Okay.
Do you want to sacrifice one of your 1d6s to do that though?
I'm just reading it to make sure if I want to do that.
No, all good.
Okay, we're gonna just sneak attack flat.
Okay. That's gonna be. How much damage is that? 19 points of damage.
Then, we shall step closer and attack with the cheat code. Wow!
Wowee!
For free?
Oh,
Free!
Small cat.
also, how much movement did you do? 90? 9 points of damage. Do you want to do from the whip as well?
Yes.
And the 12 will miss. You still have a bonus action though.
No, I do not.
Yes,
I
you do.
took drugs this. I
Oh,
took
you're right.
drugs
You're
this-
right. You know more than me.
She will run through, try to swipe with the cheat code, miss, and decide to back up.
All right.
That will be my turn.
Okay. Gareth.
Okay, let's see. I am going to do a melee attack for starters. Oh, which one?
Ooh. That hits. 12 points of damage.
Okay, and then for my second attack, I will use my war magic to use shocking grasp
Okay.
on him. And he also so I hit him, so he should have disadvantage on next attack.
Roll.
And also he has is there a save on shocking grasp? No, it's just like an attack roll, isn't it? Okay. Well, I will try and hit with it. Oops.
That'll miss, yeah.
Very good, very good. Then as a bonus action, I'm going to try and scan phase 20.
All right. Phase 20. It requires an Arcana check.
Let's see.
Whoa! My God, he did it!
I did it!
All right. We have unlocked knowledge of the phase. This phase is called the Aura phase.
Sorry, which phase? Oh, the
20.
20 phase.
Yeah, it's called the Aura phase. The Black Star Commandant emanates an aura 60 feet away from them at all times. They cannot select the same two auras 2 rounds in a row. They select one of their 3 auras. The aura that's currently active is the Aura of Destruction, and that's what that does. If I'd like to go ahead and read that.
60 feet?
60 feet from around them.
Holy shit!
So the Aura of Destruction is currently active. The other two auras that they get to switch between is the Aura of Gravity, which just makes it so that all of your speed is halved, unless you'd like to make a strength save to try and push beyond that. But it's a little risky to do that. If you do decide to make the save and you fail, your speed drops down to 0 for that turn. So you have to choose if you're okay with half speed or you want to risk it for the biscuit on the strength save. And then finally, the Black Star Commandant has an Aura of Fervor. While the aura is active, any creature of the Black Star Commandant's choice who starts their turn within the aura be forced to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 18. On failure, you gain the Reckless condition. Reckless is just like Barbarian. All your attacks are at advantage, but any attack made against you is also at advantage. And now that you have successfully scanned this phase, I will let you know exactly what auras are turning on.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's do this. I will expend my where is it? My action surge. That's the one.
Okay.
So boom. Extra action. As an action, I will cast Moonbeam.
You cannot use a magic action on your action surge. So you can't cast a spell during action surges.
That's the new thing.
Yep.
I was thinking it was the second attack, but that's what, yeah, okay.
Nah, that's all good. But you can use your action to attack 2 more times again.
I could do that. Can I undo my action surge?
Yes, you can.
I will do that then.
You'd like to add that back to your sheet?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
And it...
All right.
Bazika.
Super quick question because I haven't used it in so long. When we updated my Boost Hound, was that just on hit on an attack alongside regular attack damage that I could use it?
Oh dear. It will require a saving throw.
Yeah, but was it like alongside a regular attack that I could have one of those uses? Or is it its own attack? That's what I don't remember.
It's been so long. Give me one second, please.
I don't think I've used this since we updated it.
Is it a feature? Did we not add it in?
Well, the feature doesn't say if it's...
Oh, because we never did. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. My bad. I should have written it down. I could have sworn I did, but apparently not.
When you successfully hit a creature with your staff, you can activate this ability. Choose one of the spirits. Distilled brew. The creature is covered in alcohol. While covered this way, the target takes double damage and fire. In addition, the creatures make a Constitution saving throw or be slowed. Okay, yeah, so they have to make a con save.
So is that on top of a normal attack?
Yes.
Okay, and the thing was, the catch was that I could only use it 3 times and not refill it.
Correct.
Okay.
3 times for long rest.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. All right, well, I'm right beside this guy, or he's right beside me, so we're going to start with a big slam jam and hope it hits.
That hits. 10 points of damage.
See what happens with the fire damage on this guy.
16 points of damage total.
Oh, excellent. In that case, we're going to click that button and activate that the sludge.
Okay, give me 1 quick second. All right. Brewer sludge, Oli sludge. Target takes double damage from fire. Capture 8 damage. This effect lasts. Oh, sorry, it's 10 damage now. And must make a dexterity saving throw or be slowed. Here we go. This, and this. So.
Didn't play it that game.
15. What's your monk DC?
Oh, great question.
If you go
what
to
was that again?
Your spell book, if you go, it's your wisdom modifier, so your DC is
DC
15.
15.
Yeah, so he makes it.
Dang. All right, that's fine. So he is taking double damage from fire
Next fire
until the
source.
beginning of my next round.
Yes.
Okay. So, I should have done that first. Okay, understood. Okay, we're gonna attack again. Woo!
18 hits, 9 points of damage.
And then we're gonna spend a little cheeky key point to do flurry of blows.
Your key points are now named.
I mean, force point.
Yeah, or focus points. Sorry.
Focus point.
Yeah.
All right. It won't let me do it.
What do you mean it won't let you?
The designated item use source that flurry of blows consumed no longer exists.
Give me 1 second.
I can just use it without consuming the resource.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
do it myself.
Yeah. I have.
9.
Yeah, give me a second. Item uses. Focus points. There it is. Okay. Flurry of blows will work now.
Excellent. I've already taken one off.
Cool. Never mind. 8 points of damage dealt to the creature.
Excellent. And then we're gonna do the other 2 in quick succession.
Hit. 16 points of damage.
Wow.
Woo! Take that, big ugly!
And then she's just gonna roll slightly out of the way, just in case
Mm-hmm.
it farts or something.
All right. Next up, Marius.
Okay. Yeah, seeing this creature having leveled that scythe into a maul against him, basically accusing him of something, though not voicing it, Marius will move ready to meet the challenge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And sort of moving into place. I'm not really capable of like bouncing around the battlefield, so we're gonna meet it before it meets us. And we'll hold off on that for now. We're just gonna make 2 attacks.
Okay.
2 testing swings. First one.
That'll hit. 11 points of damage.
Sort of colliding the ignition hammer against, he would twist along the handle and sort of disperse using the shocking property.
1 point of damage.
Rearing back, he would then swing it again.
It hits. 12 points of damage.
And this one, he is going to send the creature back 5 feet.
Does that trigger?
It is not. It is a forced movement.
It's forced movement, yeah.
With this, I'm going to use my. Let me pull this up just in case. Bonus action.
Zika's gonna belatedly scream out, "He's weak to fire!"
Understood. Then if that's the case, weak to fire, the hammer already in the air would strike down against the ground, and we're going to do ignition blast.
All right, let's see it. Okay. Make a dex save, right?
Yes, sir.
12?
DC is 18.
All right. Then it takes 5 damage. You'll watch as some of the sludge burns away, dealing an additional 5 points of damage. Some sludge still remains.
There's no witty saying or anything. This creature is extra dimensional. This thing is beyond space. Marius is locked in.
As it points over at Marius. Marius. During its phase 10 round, you are marked.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you know right now.
Yes,
Next up-
sir.
You're gonna have to do some research. Vanya.
Holy shit.
By the way, during phase battles, I keep a lot of information from you until you actually do skill checks to learn about what things do. Or you just wait to see what happens.
Okay. Okay, I will apply Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on the big ugly.
Make sure to cast it.
Where is it?
It is in your spells.
In my spells.
In initiate spellcasting, Hunter's Mark.
Hi.
Beautiful.
All right, and I guess it's the perfect time to use my new Inferno Cannon. Am I right?
Okay.
Or am I right?
Very
Give it a
good.
try.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
think
do
the
I still
possibly-
have 2 attacks
Nope.
with that? Like if... Oh, just 1.
Yeah, you're spending your action to use the Inferno Cannon, or you're spending your action to do a bunch of attacks.
Well, it's not a bunch. It's just 2.
More
used to
than
be
more
a
than
bunch.
one. More than one.
Yes. Also, what did you say we need to use if we want to ascertain, like, what they do?
Action or bonus action? You tell me which phase you want to learn about. I'll tell you what skill you have to roll.
I'd still have a bonus action after this if I fired the Inferno
Correct.
Cannon. Right, okay.
No, actually, no, because you spent your bonus action casting Hunter's Mark.
Fancy. Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing the Inferno Cannon, guys. I'm doing
Do
it.
it.
Blasting it.
Okay. Blast it. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Tell me that it hits.
Oh, well, let's find out. So I'm assuming you're doing one of these.
It's correct.
All right. Failure. It's gonna take 39 points of fire damage. And the rest of the oil is gonna burn away, dealing additional 5 points of damage.
Vanya is cackling maniacally.
Who got nerfed? You didn't get nerfed. Look at that.
That Inferno Cannon, baby. Oh my god. Felt good. Question. I
Yes.
did do my Rook's Charger's movement. Does that give me anything?
You only moved 5 feet.
No. I
She,
moved back and forth.
she went
I did
forward
that.
and then went back down.
You have to
Yeah,
move in one direction, 20 feet.
I did that.
You
I
moved
did that.
You moved back and forth. You said.
She
I
moved
moved-
so that she could move down.
I see what you're
20
saying.
feet.
I see what you're saying. That
I'm
is
sorry.
specific. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. All I see is the fragment here. That is with an attack roll. The Rook's Charges. This is not an attack roll. You just fight. You just use an item.
Sad. Very sad. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Well, next time, you guys.
Okay. Next phase. You'll watch as this creature swings their hammer around, and as they do, all these. Oh God, I totally forgot to do everything. I'm reaching that late night. Okay, so first I have to do all the auras for everyone. Cheats, you were good. Gareth, give me a dexterity saving throw, please. As a star explodes around you. That's a failure.
I'll accept it.
You'll accept it? Oh, kind.
So gracious.
All right, you'll accept it. That'll be 11 points of force damage as a star explodes on you. Next up, Zika. Dexterity save.
Oh shit!
That'll be 5 points of damage dealt to you as a star explodes on you.
Okay, wait, can I evasion for half damage?
I already did. That's why I said 5 points of damage instead of 10.
I see.
Marius. Dexterity save, please.
For you, King, a 9.
For you, King, 3 points of force damage. And then Vanya. Dexterity save, please. Failure. 2 points of force damage.
Just put a scratch.
All right. And now, during this phase, you'll watch as the ball it just kind of holds on the grip harder. And to begin swinging around as this you're just watching as stars are severing. This galactic swirl happens around. And the radius is going to be within 20 feet. So everyone except Vanya, please do me a favor and make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, baby.
Oh.
I mean, I am quite a constitute.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, Vizika.
I get 2 ones in a row. Where's my 20s?
All right, so
Throwing me down here in the pits.
all right, so no matter the roll, as the swirl is happening, it'll push Cheats back this way, push Marius back this way, push this way, push this way. As the spiraling is going, you just watch as the seismic force just shoves you all back. Let's see here. Gareth, you succeed. Cheats, you succeed. Marius,
Yes, sir.
you take 12 points of force damage. And oh yeah, Vizika, you take 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then you're gonna watch as he
Oh, great.
teleports, and as he teleports, another seismic swirl goes around there, this time making sure to target Vanya. Vanya, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
What the hell?
That fails for 5 points of force damage. You'll see as the swirl is going around him this time, it's still this 20-foot radius, but the exploding stars seem to miss everyone that's already been targeted.
Oh, nice.
All right. Top of the round. During the 25 phase, nothing happens. And then you're going to watch as this creature changes their aura around. I think we're gonna go with
The aura of kindness.
the aura of gravity. So any creature within 60 feet of the Black Star Commandant starts their turn with only half movement. And then, on a 15 initiative, you'll watch as he, once again, and it's just because everyone's initiative roll is so shit. I need Gareth, Vanya, and Vizika. Another Constitution saving throw, please. He begins circling his maul around once again.
Oh, shit.
Nothing but consistent.
Gareth is good.
Constitution.
Yes.
Save.
Yes. All right. Vanya, you're going to take 8 points of force damage. And Vizika, you're going to take 7 points of force damage. And after it swings around, you kind of watch as this creature goes a little airborne before charging straight at the Rackling. This is a movement, so it does provoke opportunities of attack. Vanya.
From me?
If a creature...
I've never had the chance to do that.
I know,
No
so-
one has been that close.
So
Holy
if a
shit.
creature leaves your threatened space
Right.
within your reach, you can make an opportunity attack as a reaction.
Yes, I would love to do that. I would
Okay.
love to do that.
What weapon will you be using?
Can I use any weapon? Would I have
You
disadvantage? if I
can. So
use-
you have disadvantage if you're using a ranged weapon.
I have my glaive still, so I could use that.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's just do it.
That hits 13 points of damage as you take a chunk away from them. And then the hammer goes down on Vizika. 28 to hit. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna reflect that attack. Deflect. I'm gonna deflect with my reaction.
It includes. Okay, unfortunately, this is force damage, so it does not apply for your deflect attacks. 22 points of force damage. And that's gonna end that phase. Before we go into Cheats' turn, I think this is where we're gonna have to stop for now as we are approaching time.
Wow.
Thank you guys so
I'm
much.
feeling edged.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Are you guys liking the boss fight so far? Scary?
This is awesome.
Yes.
It's cool. I love space stuff. Spacey
Yeah.
star stuff.
Challenging.
I watched his first swing do 30 points of damage, so I was like, oh yeah, baby.
we're back, baby. We're back. Well, we will continue the fight on the next episode. So thank you guys so much for playing today. I hope you all had fun. So far, you figured out the aura phase and learned all of its auras. 15 seems to be doing something funky. 25 hasn't done anything on 25. 10 just did an angry point at Marius, marking them. And then 5 was spiral, teleport, spiral. So we'll see what happens. Were you about to say something, Naomi?
No.
I thought you said a sound.
No, I hit my microphone by accident.
And when...
But it's crazy that his feet, his maul has a freaking 15 feet radius.
Yeah.
He's huge. He's a big boy.
Huge!
Oh. Yeah, he just charged over towards you, so it's fun times all around. I think... Oh, no bingo today. Our bingo duck has been dealing with personal stuff, so...
Oh,
Feel better, bingo duck.
Wishing them the best.
We wish our bingo duck very well. But for now, thank you guys so much for playing. We'll be back next week to see the exciting conclusion of this fight, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Excited.
Absolutely.
I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.